Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode 4 of Off the Rails D&D or D&D Off the Rails. This will be part 3 of Death House. We have a special guest with us today. The great Mike Mustafa is going to join us just for this game and probably sometime down the road, depending on what happens tonight. All right, so Daniel, you're in the lead. Mr. Bray Wyatt right here. You're in the lead walking down. What we're actually going to do is I'm going to give everybody 1 spell slot back, and then everybody roll their 2 of their hit dice. So we'll start off like that. So it's like a semi-short / long rest.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. So we'll start off, Nick.
Where my hit dice are.
All right, Ulag, you've got 2 d10s plus 3 and 1 d6. So you'll roll 1 d10 and 1 d6, and you'll just add 3 to it?
Plus 3, so that's a 10.
Okay, so what are your hit points at now?
That should put me at 29 hit points.
Okay, Larry, yours are 3d12, so it's 2d12s plus 2.
Is that mine? Oh, sorry. Say Larry or Lazarus. My bad.
Larry. Yeah, good.
Larry Embers.
Same thing.
God fucking damn it. 7, only 7 points.
So what's that bring you up to?
It brings me to 27.
27. And Lazarus, you have 3d6, or roll me 2d6, please.
Ooh, 10.
10, so that puts you up to what, 18?
Yep. I'm at max.
You're at max?
80.
All right, so y'all are going down this tunnel leading towards the chanting, which is getting louder as you go north. Larry, you see in front of you this room that kind of opens up with several different, what appear to be like bedrooms off to the side.
So I'm going to walk into that room that's on
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're going to make your move. Are you guys going to follow? Or
Yeah, I'm going to follow
room?
behind. I'll go into the big room. I'll go towards the middle too, a little bit.
So kind of right here?
Yeah.
Okay, and Will?
Just gonna creep up to the very entrance, just past the entrance of the hallway. Yeah.
So right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as all of y'all walk in, you see is this big room, and again, it's like rooms that seem to surround it. In the center is a well. It is about a 4-foot diameter well with this stone and wood worked pillar that's on it with a rope and a bucket hanging from it. Daniel, you walk into the room and you see in front of you this wooden chest and then also a bed on your right.
Can I investigate for traps?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me a investigation check, please.
Nat 20, baby.
There are no traps in this room that you see, including the chest.
What a waste of a net. I'd like to open the chest.
Okay, go ahead. You don't have thieves' tools, do you?
No.
Because when you go to pull the chest, it's locked. Okay, so go ahead and give me a strength check, please.
12.
12. You kind of beat on it with your fists, and you see the lock start to break, but doesn't quite break at all.
Can I enlist the help from some of my cohorts?
I will.
Oh, big fucking chest right here.
I can come in and help out. All right. I'll bash it with my fist.
You're gonna, Daniel, you kind of hop, since it's a smaller room, you hop up on the bed next to the chest. Nick, go ahead and give me a strength check, please. 19. So you come in, and as you run in, you kind of karate kick it. And it bursts the chest open, snapping it, and inside you see a silvered short sword.
That's bullshit. I'm so much stronger than he is. God damn it.
You can think that, fire guy.
So are y'all gonna fight over this silvered short sword?
No. It's too wimpy for me. You can have it. Short sword.
I'd like to walk up and shove Ulag out of the way and take the sword and inspect it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check to push him, and Nick, give me a strength check as well.
An 8. God damn it.
17.
So
Fuck.
you jump off the bed and you try and like push him, and as you do, he just kind of swats at you, sending you into the chest, and the short sword kind of lands around and flies in the air and hits you in the leg, causing 2 damage.
And I run up and I'm like, guys, don't fight. Don't fight.
Ulag, God damn it. This is all your fault.
I'm sorry, and I walk out.
All right, so as you walk out and Will runs in yelling, not to fight, don't fight, stop, we've got bigger things to deal with. Ulag and Lazarus, both of y'all here in the room next, you hear like some muttering around, like some talking to themselves and also like searching type of thing.
Am I, real quick, am I like conscious?
Yes, you are. That's
Can I
what
hear?
you're, you can. I said you're the one they hear kind of muttering around in the room.
Okay. Then I would like to send my snake familiar around the corner to see what's going on.
So you send this out and it comes out and y'all see the snake kind of slither out of that room and just kind of sit up and look at y'all.
Ah, the snake. And I cast Firebolt at it.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll the hit.
He is small, so I'll roll with disadvantage.
And you were spooked, and you...
12.
Man, its AC is 12.
All right, go ahead and roll for damage, please. You should have known this was going to go badly.
2.
Ulag shoots his firebolt over Lazarus and hitting your snake, causing 2 points of damage to it.
When that happens, the snake just explodes into a puff of smoke.
Okay.
And I guess at that point, I'm gonna also run around the corner, yelling, "Nikolai, no!"
I'll let you describe yourself because I don't know what you look like.
So I am a human with long, kind of greasy black hair, a very long, black and graying beard, about 5'10", fairly thin but not quite like gaunt, with really unsettling gray eyes. Currently dressed in a kind of tattered gray robe, holding a dagger.
I will pull him. Lazarus is in front of me, correct?
Yes.
So I will pull Lazarus behind me and threaten this new wizard, mostly just by roaring.
When I see these guys that are clearly bigger than me, I'm gonna say, "Why did you kill my snake?"
It attacked me. Didn't you see it?
It did not attack you. It absolutely did not attack
It
you.
really it came right at me. I had no choice.
Go right for us.
I will snap my fingers and return the snake from the pocket dimension.
Ah, it's on your shoulder. Kill it.
No, it's a friend. It is my friend. What are you people doing here?
This is our house now.
This is your house now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
we
keys to it.
actually own this house, so you're kind of trespassing.
I didn't mean to be trespassing. I just came here to do some research.
Would I presumably hear this from the other
You would, so you'll step out, kind of looking out of the doorway, kind of halfway in and halfway out. So you
Oh,
see-
no. There'll be no looking in. I'll be like directly charge out to whatever the fuck voice is right
There
in
you
front
go.
of me and say, "Who the actual fuck are you?"
My name is Grigory, and I am a scholar, if you will, a student.
What if I won't? What if I
I-
won't?
Sorry.
Or what?
You said if I will. What if I won't?
Then that is for you, but I will.
We give him the look.
I'm just gonna preemptively cast mage armor on myself. As he's
I can't do it with a straight face. So no.
What are you studying in here?
in here, I am studying sort of life, I guess, is the way to put it politely. That is what I study in general, is kind of the circle of life and its effects and things of that nature.
No offense, dude, but this is the death house. So, like, if you're studying life, it doesn't seem like this would be the right place to be.
Well, you might think that, but death is actually a very crucial part of life, and that's not something to just be overlooked in it.
It's about to be a crucial part of your life if you don't start
You can't
making
really
sense.
have life without death. And death can
Have
be
you found
very...
anything cool in?
Well, I found you. I wouldn't say cool, but...
Hey.
Hey! Hey!
Well, we're looking for a way out. Or is it the kids? I forget.
So you've already laid the kids to rest. You're now looking for the monster that inhabits this dungeon.
There you go. That's what we're looking for.
I don't know anything about a monster, but sorry, I wasn't expecting to find anybody else down here.
Yeah, we weren't quite looking for you either.
Yeah. All we found was the slime creatures, tentacles, and
That sounds terrifying.
it was terrifying.
It was.
Have you by chance seen a gnomish person running around? Maybe screaming with like his chest kind of cut open so that you can see his insides.
A gnome
Yes, a gnome.
with a gash in his chest.
Not a gash, like where you peel the skin back so that you can see.
Yeah, I don't see the type of person I kill when I kill someone.
Oh, that's
So-
very noble of you.
So yeah, everyone's an opponent, and so far, well, so yeah, we might have killed him for all you know. Sorry.
Did you kill a gnome with his chest exposed? Is my question.
I think I would have remembered an exposed chested gnome.
Not a gnome.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think you're good.
Not
Not a gnome. It wasn't a gnome.
who is this bare-breasted gnome that you're looking for?
He's not
What's her
really
name?
important, but he's a part of my studies. I had hired him as a contractor to help me, investigate the anatomy of the gnomish body, and he woke up from the experiment and was not particularly pleased, and so he ran away.
See, this is what pisses me off. Like, this is obviously a situation where you would have given him a W-2 instead of a 1090. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
take this
I
step.
considered it, but I don't know. I guess there was some confusion in the contracting.
Like,
He didn't understand, I guess, what vivisection is, and so
every worker deserves better. Right.
Hey, you ladies can talk by the water cooler at another time. We got a lot going on in this dungeon. Are you coming with us, or are you against?
that depends. How do you know what vivisection is?
It's a pretty long word.
Lazarus, what is vivisection?
Vivisection? I think it's a section of the. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. So now,
Good. Right?
So
He's a scholar, so I think we can trust him.
Yeah, I just like to study people and the way that they live and interact and things.
All right. So as
Like
y'all
a
are having
sociologist.
If you can help me find this gnomish fellow, that might be. We might be able to help each other, I guess.
yeah, that's fine. You can study your ass while you're walking behind me, because that's what's going on, because I'm leading this fucking mission. So whatever else you need to do beyond all that, it's fine, but let's go.
I would be studying your ass if I was walking behind you.
Indeed. Take note of the left side. It's quite fucking glorious.
I once studied Uranus.
Are you an astronomer?
Lazarus is smart. Tell him, Lazarus. Tell him what you know.
I know stuff.
Yeah, Lazarus knows shit, okay? So welcome to being the other scholar in the group. You're welcome to follow.
Well, we have to. Us scholars have to stick together. There's not many people who look out for us. What do you study?
What's that?
What do you study?
Man. I study whatever gets us out of this house. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I'm currently looking into real estate transactions and whatnot, because we're gonna have to unload this house whenever we get out of here. That we inherited from the ghost of Fred Durst.
I think you'd have to, clean up the neighborhood a little bit, but it should be easy enough to move.
Yeah,
we got it for dirt cheap, so we might just sell it as is.
Oh, that's fair.
Can we have this beta
Rules and
discussion
all.
later and get the fuck out of this house?
Yes.
Let's do that.
So, as y'all are winding down this conversation, in the center of the room where that well is, you hear like moaning coming from that well, and it seems to be getting louder as it gets closer to the top. And you watch as these ghouls climb out and stand there, and out from the behind you, Lazarus, from the wall, a shadow appears and joins with these ghouls. They all kind of look at all four of y'all and snarl.
I'm gonna snap my fingers and put Nikolai back into the pocket dimension.
Okay. All right, so everybody go ahead and roll for initiative, and we'll start with Grigory.
17.
17. All right, Ulag.
6.
Okay, Larry Embers
14.
and Lazarus.
13.
13. And the ghouls. Okay. And the shadow. Let me just get y'all in order here.
Super glad you're here, Mike, by the way.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
I'm glad I didn't completely kill your snake.
Me too, because it takes an hour to bring him back. And I would have settled it for an hour bringing him back.
Out of game, I'm happy to see you too.
Absolutely.
Glad to see you too.
Okay, this is an edit moment.
Yes, this is very much so an edit moment.
Everyone say what you need to say. I'm sorry,
You can handle the love.
I just want to preemptively apologize. I'm a complete douchebag in this campaign. Thank you.
All right, so it is the Shadow's turn, and it is going to move towards you, Will, or towards you, Lazarus. And you kind of see this shadow, your own shadow kind of takes form and kind of appears in front of you, and you feel it kind of start to grab at you. So that'll be a 24, which I know hits. And as it does, it kind of latches into your brain a little bit, and you take 6 points of damage, necrotic damage, as it just starts to drain you, and your strength score, your strength skill is reduced by 2 points. So if you hit 0, you die.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes. So like, what is your strength at?
Mine?
No, Lazarus.
10.
10, so it's at 8 right now. When you do a long rest, it'll go back to 10, but right now it's at 8, and if that drops to 0, you die as well.
Okay.
Grigory, it is your turn.
There's one shadow and 2 ghouls, is that correct?
3 ghouls. So there's 3 ghouls and 1 shadow.
Okay. I am going to run into the room slightly to my right, slightly to the southeast, I guess. Southwest.
Wait, this one or this one?
The first one.
This one right here?
Yes. And
so you're going to come to about right there.
Yeah, as I do, I'm going to cast Firebolt at I guess one of the ghouls.
Okay, so you have number 2, 3, and 5.
I'll do number 3.
Okay, number 3. Go ahead.
As I pull up the ball of fiery energy to release at it, I'm gonna yell, "One day I will control you!" It's an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 5 damage.
5 damage.
Can I do like a Disney Channel peek behind the door kind of thing when he says that? And be like, as he says, I'm gonna control you one day.
Yeah,
I'm
do whatever
still
you want to do.
Really fucking suspicious of this guy. I don't like him. I'm in charge.
And that is my turn.
That is your turn. All right, Larry Embers, it is your turn now.
At least he's useful. I'm gonna say, okay, that was cool. Fucking watch this. I'll use my 2 weapon fighting and throw both of my hand axes at 2 of the different ghouls that are to the left and right. What would be kind of in front of me if I was facing.
So these 2?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn you to them. All right, so go ahead and roll for the first hand axe, please.
10.
That is a miss. You just throw it and it just goes. Actually, when you throw it, you're yelling at your new compatriot, and you just kind of throw it into the ground, and it slides towards towards the ghoul. Go ahead and roll for the second one, please.
That's an at 20. Yeah.
All right. That's double damage.
So that'll be 6 total damage.
Throw the other one with precision, and it sticks right into the ghoul's head, dropping it to a knee, but it gets back up and kind of is still lingering towards you guys. Lazarus, it is your turn.
How many feet are each square?
5 feet. If you move from that shadow, it'll get an opportunity attack.
I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Mm-hmm.
So it should hit the shadow and the one that's back 3 squares.
This one right here?
Yeah, it says it's the range is 15 feet in a cone. Dexterity saving throw.
So I'm going to go with the shadow first. That would be a 10 for the shadow.
Nope.
And for the ghoul, we are looking at, you're looking at another 10. Great.
All right.
That's, yeah.
So both hit. That's going to be 3d6 of fire damage on both of them.
All right, so go ahead and roll, please.
Oh, now 15.
15. So you hit the shadow with the full force of it, and the bright light kind of causes it to screech and scream and dissipate, but it comes back in. But you also see it's trying to make its way back into your own shadow that it came from. So it's hurt pretty bad. The ghoul kind of gets hit with it, and it just starts to burn as it starts to move towards y'all. It is not dead yet, but it's getting close. So Ulag, it will be your turn, sir.
All right, I want to step up next to the shadow.
So you want to move right here?
Yep.
Okay.
On the side of the shadow, yeah. And then I will attack with Booming Blade.
Okay.
It is a nat 20.
Go ahead and roll for damage, sir.
It'll be 8 doubled, it'll be 16.
16, you only needed 1
Thunder
to kill
damage.
it. As you hit it with this booming blade of this thunder, it screeches in pain from the bright light from lightning and then the big boom, and you see it just go back into the floor, and Lazarus, you have a normal shadow now, whereas you didn't have one before.
All right, I want to turn and just scream at the ghouls threateningly.
Am I still low on strength?
Yeah, you have to take a long rest for that to go away.
Okay.
Never.
There will never be a long rest.
I mean, not that Lazarus has much strength.
Don't say that about yourself, Lazarus.
Hey, I know my limitations.
I know strength when I see it.
It isn't just in the muscles; it's in the heart.
So this
But
ghoul
for the
here,
record, I have fantastic muscles. For the record.
this ghoul here, Nick, moves towards you, and this one here moves towards you, Daniel, and the other one bypasses and comes straight towards you, Grigori, if I'm saying that right.
Yep.
And Nick, we'll start with you. As it lunges towards you, it goes in for a bite. It kind of tries to grab you. That would be a 13, which I know you're able to. As it goes to grab, you're kind of able to push it. Go ahead and give me a strength check, please. 11. That was an 18 on my end. You go to, as it grabs you and tries to bite you, kind of grab it, and you're trying to force it down the well. I'm actually going to put both of y'all in a grapple now. So you two are grappling over who's going to fall down that well. Grigory, the other one's going to lunge towards you, but it's going to claw at you. 10.
No dice.
So as it comes to go, you're able to kind of sidestep it, and it claws straight past you, and you're kind of able to give it a little bit of nudge so it doesn't try to grab at you again. And Larry Embers, the third one is coming at you, and it rolls a nat 1. So yes, completely. It just kind of stumbles and falls prone in front of you. It's just kind of the slow one of the group. It is now Grigory's turn.
So which one is grappling one of my cohorts?
This one right here.
Can I see him?
Yes, you can see him from where you're standing.
Okay. So then I am going to, and there's one right in front of me. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
2 at the one in front of me, and 1 at the one that is currently being grappled.
Okay.
So for the one in front of me, that is a 12 and a 17.
Okay, both. For the one in front of you, right?
Yes.
Both of those hit.
Okay. And for the one being grappled is a 16.
That is a hit.
Okay. So we have the first 2 is 5 plus 4 is 9 for the one in front of me. And for the one being grappled is 6.
So you cast this ray that just goes right through the one in front of you, burning a huge hole into it. It's still alive, but it continues down and hits the one that's grappling with Nick. It still holds onto its grapple, but Nick, it's gotten a lot weaker, and it is got a huge hole in it as well. It is now Larry's turn.
So the one that fell at my feet is getting great axed in the face. How dare you come at me so strong? 22.
I was waiting for you to roll like a 6.
I know.
That's
I was.
a hit.
I felt it coming. I felt the worst possible roll coming.
All right, so that is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage, sir.
Damage.
So as it falls, you see your new compatriot shoot this scorching ray through 2 of them, and you just kind of laugh as you pull your battle axe up and slam it down into this creature's chest, and you kind of pin it to the ground, and now you're sitting there trying to pull it out. You've got your foot on it, and you're trying to yank this axe out as it's trying to claw up at you. It is now Lazarus's turn.
I'm gonna go
Lazarus.
chill touch on the one that is grappled with Ulad,
Okay.
and that is a 25.
That is a hit.
So we got 6 necrotic damage.
You see it's grappled, and I can only imagine with your character, you kind of make fun and pull like this chilled glove off is what it looks like, and it just comes up and totally slaps the shit out of that thing, inviting it to fight. But as it does, it just causes it to freeze, and Nick, you are able to throw it into the well, and you look down as it falls, it hits the side and just shatters into thousands and thousands of pieces. It is now,
And then I cast Mage Hand, and my Mage Hand just waves at it as it's falling down the well.
I bet. much. He likes using his mage hand for random things, Mike.
Yes, my mage hand is very active.
Yes.
I'm with it.
So the one that you're trying, that you still got your axe in, Larry, that you got your foot on, is trying to claw at you, and I'm going to roll with disadvantage to hit you. And that would be I would have to take the nat 1 on that one. So you're able to kind of kick its legs as you're still trying to pull your axe out of it. And the one that's in front of you, Grigory.
Grigori.
Okay.
Gregory.
He goes to hit you, and that will be a 16 with his claws.
That hits.
That hits. And as it claws, you kind of get distracted with the mage hand kind of waving, and you look towards the well, and you're not paying attention to the creature that's in front of you, and it hits you, and you take 7 slashing damage.
Ow! You do not claw the hand that feeds you brains.
And go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please. 12. That hits it. Okay, you're good. So it claws into you, and you're able kind of to kick it back a little bit to dig the claws out of you. It is now your turn. Grigory.
Mine?
Yep.
I will, in a furious rage, just stare this zombie right in the eye and cast Firebolt on it.
Okay.
21
That is definitely a hit.
for 6 points of fire damage.
All right, you just kind of look at it, and you kind of rub your hands together, and you just go, and as you do, this little burst of fire hits it and just sets it aflame, and you just watch it burn to ash in front of you.
I would like, as the firebolt causes its head to explode, I would also like to send my mage hand over to high five Lazarus's mage hand.
Nice.
Nerds.
All right, Larry, it's your turn.
Oh, I don't even know how to respond to that.
By the end of this, we're gonna have some sort of weird, like, NBA player, like, you know, when they do the, like, all the stuff when they come off the bench.
Yeah.
That thing. Yeah.
I was thinking
so
like a mage handshake.
No, you know how they all have, like, the little.
LeBron does the thing where he throws everything in the air.
Yeah.
No, that's pre-game. It's pre-game. Not like the best guy in the world has like a ritual for coming off the bench, like, you know, but we haven't seen that yet.
That's what you wish for a wrestler, dude.
Okay, so I'm still fucking with this guy at my feet, right?
Yeah, you got your axe in his chest. He's clawing at you. You're trying to pull it out, and as it becomes your turn, you kind of laugh at the two mage hands clap, and you rip this axe out of its chest. Go ahead, sir.
This axe is going right back.
All right, so you just put your foot on it.
It's right
chest.
there. But I'm not gonna do a full swing. I'm trying to like take the top of the axe, right? I'm gonna put my balls right over his fucking face, and then I'm going straight down the top of the axe to the top of the head.
All right,
It's
go
not
ahead and roll.
It's not your average great axe throw, okay? This is some real shit. It's 17.
Great axe, bad combo.
It's an above average great axe.
Above average.
What did you get?
17.
God, I thought you said a 7. I was gonna just laugh at you again. So go ahead. You plunge it right back into this ghoul. Go ahead and roll for damage.
7 damage.
7 damage. You cut into it as you swing. It actually kind of moves, and you kind of cut its head half off. It is still alive, sir. Lazarus, it is your turn.
I'm gonna chill touch it. Got 13.
13, that is a hit.
Ooh, 8.
8 points of damage. So as you watch Larry Amber swipe into it, it hits his neck, almost cutting its head off, but it doesn't quite. The thing's still doing it. You send another hand over that just, again, just kind of bitch slaps it, causing it to freeze and just combust into millions of icy pieces. And as that does it, and it hits, all these pieces scatter. You see him kind of come back to life, but then crawl and go back down into the well. It is gone and dead.
All right. Well, since I didn't get my last turn and felt a little like I was underutilized, I'm gonna go into the well and just pee in it.
I look over at Gregory and I'm like, those guys weren't with you, right?
I don't know why, but my connection was terrible.
He's avoiding the question. They were with him.
You guys are.
They were with him. Yeah.
You guys. What's the question?
The question was, were those guys with you?
Oh, no. I cannot do that yet.
Yeah. Yet.
I don't like that answer.
What the heck? What the fuck do you mean?
Somebody tells you.
Why do you not like
to yet?
Okay, whatever. I'm going into the other room we haven't been into yet. I'm ignoring all this.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay. You find a bed and another chest.
I'm opening the chest. I'm
Go ahead,
checking
give
for traps.
Go ahead and give me a strength check, please.
12.
You just are kicking at this chest and the lock will not budge.
God damn it. Ulag!
I'm coming.
Again, you kind of step to the side as Ulag walks in. Go ahead and give me a strength check, please.
23.
23. You just come in and kick this chest open. And inside, you find this. All right, so Nick, you found a top hat, a coat, an umbrella, right?
Umbrella, yeah.
Now you just looked in and you found a black leather eye patch with a ruby attached to it.
Black leather eye patch with a ruby.
That is a very handsome eye patch.
It is. I'll try it on.
Go ahead. That's fine. It's not.
I'm not opposing you. I don't give a fuck about an eye patch.
You're like
I'm
the
just
D&D
saying-
version of Mr. Peanut.
He is. I mean, he 100% is now. Okay. What do you want to do, Lazarus and Gregory?
It doesn't do anything?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you can take it off and put it in a pocket then.
I guess there's no need to look in the room that Gregory was in.
I kind of want to look in the room that I was in. Did I leave anything? Is there a gentleman?
Did you
I'm
check
gonna-
the chest while you were in there?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the next room, going clockwise.
So this one here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk in, and again, it's just a simple room with a bed and a wooden chest.
All right. I'm gonna try. Can I check for traps?
Yes. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
That is a 14.
14. There are no traps or anything that you notice.
So I'll try to open it.
Okay. You don't have thieves' tools, do you?
No.
Okay. So it'll be a strength check. Try and bust it open.
With my -1 strength right now. Yeah, I got a 4.
4. Yeah. You don't do anything to it. You just kind of kick it around and.
It won't open.
All right.
Ulag hears the commotion and goes to try to help.
Okay, great. Are you gonna have to open every chest?
Yeah.
This one might not work. I only got an 11.
You only got an 11?
Yeah.
Oh well, y'all are gonna be laying there. I'm not gonna try and pick y'all up. So you got an 11. Yeah, you kick around the chest too, and y'all both kind of like acting like idiots, just kicking the chest.
This chest is invincible.
Yeah, Grigory, do you want to go into the room you were in?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk into this room. There again, you were in there. There's a bed and a chest. Do you want to try and open the chest?
Yeah. Can I try to like pick it with my dagger?
So you walk into this chest, and as you do, you touch the lock, and the lock just falls off.
Yeah.
And as you open it, you find an ivory hairbrush that has silver inlay on it, and it's worth 25 gold.
Awesome. I would like to stroll out of the room brushing my beard.
You just, then you walk out here, and there you go. You're just in the middle waiting for everybody to see you brush your beard.
Was there a gnomish man with his chest split open?
No, not in there. No.
Okay.
Not yet. Larry Embers, what do you want to do?
I'll take other room for 200, Alex.
All right, so you walk in again. It's the exact same setup. There's a chest and there is a bed.
I'm gonna open this fucking chest.
So as you walk up to kick it, you realize there's no lock on it. Do you want to just open it or kick it?
No, I'll check for traps.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
20 of all times to get a fucking.
Yeah, there's no traps.
I'll open the chest.
All right, and inside it, you find 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces that are actually in a pouch that is made of human skin.
All right.
Can I see this pouch?
No.
No, you would not be able to. He's probably standing over it, hunkered, looking at it himself.
11 gold, 60 silver, human skin patch.
Yes.
All right.
Lazarus and Ulag, do y'all want to try one more time to open this chest?
Yes.
All right, who's going first?
I'm gonna give it a shot just to fuck around with it.
20.
Okay.
What did you get? No, what did you get, Lazarus?
8.
You kick it, but then Ulag kind of steps behind you, and as you do, he kicks your foot into it, kind of stomping your foot through it, and you kind of get stuck in it. And when you pull yourself out, the lid kind of breaks, and inside, you see this black cloth that has something wrapped inside it.
I would like
Mister.
claw.
All right, so you take the black cloth, and when you open this black cloth, there are 3 stones. They're kind of moss-covered stones. Do you want to inspect those stones, I guess is the best thing I can say.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and give me give me an Arcana check, please.
That is a 16.
16? All right, and you start to look at him, and you realize when you talk into one, you can hear yourself come out of the other one, almost like a medieval type of walkie-talkie.
I'm gonna toss one over to Ulag.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, put this up to your ear, and then I'm just gonna kind of whisper into it. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna scream and throw it out the door.
Is that Strahd?
No!
I would like to go pick up the one that he just threw.
You walk over here and you pick it up.
And say, it's a flipstone.
Flipstone. So now you say that as you hold the stone, Lazarus, you hear him say that. What these are, they're called stones of far speech. They're pretty much walkie-talkies.
I think they're the same thing as sending stones.
So I'm keeping one. I'm gonna give one to. I'm gonna give the other one to Ulag, and I guess this is important, Ulag. You want to hold it,
all right,
and then has the other one. So
yeah, Grigory has the other one right now.
Grigory has the other one. So Larry, you're gonna need to get that stone from Grigory before he sneaks out of here.
Give me the stone, Gregory.
You can have the stone. I can do this without. item without rocks.
Fantastic. Give me the fucking stone.
Very good at this kind of thing. Here's your stone. You may.
What? Go ahead.
I'm keeping this brush though. So I can go back to brushing the beard.
Larry Embers, you took the stone from Grigory. You do hear the chanting has gotten a little bit lower. It now seems like it's more to the west.
Back the way you came.
Back the way we came. Should we go back that way, guys? I say as I start walking that way.
So I'm going to say you're going to make it to about right here and waiting for them to respond or follow, or Larry Embers take the lead as he always does.
I'm going to go up behind Ulag. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. That is it.
And I'm just going to put my hand on his shoulder and say, guide me. And then I'm going to send my familiar about 15 feet in front of us and look through its eyes.
Okay, so
we've already gone that way.
In its eyes, you see some more steps leading down a hallway, and then as it turns this way, you see just a long hallway that leads into some steps that go down, and then it cuts over.
Okay.
Larry Embers,
I'm following
Lazarus.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna barrel past them.
Okay.
All right, this is where we're fucking going. Fine. Let's go.
Okay. And Lazarus, you are just catching up behind them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking up the rear.
Yeah.
Taking it up the rear. Just taking it up the rear.
All right. So
There was no it.
there was no it. Oh Jesus! You're taking up the rear, not taking it in the rear.
You can do both.
You could do both. So again, with Larry, you see the exact same thing Grigory's snake saw. You're back at a T that you can go west down the hallway you've already been. Or you can go south, which is also kind of leading the way you've already been as well.
You said the chanting's coming from the west now?
Yes. So it's coming from this way.
We're following the voices.
In whose head?
Okay, so you're going to go back down this hallway.
Yeah.
All right, so as you make your way down and you get to this place that you already were, y'all fought the whites right here. Where you are, you hear the chanting is to the north again, and to a little bit to the west. It just has gotten a lot louder for you as you step in. Ulag, you kind of follow behind him and you start to hear it a little bit more, and then the other two follow. As they get down this hallway, they hear it as well.
Does it sound like it's coming from down those stairs?
Give me a perception check, Mike.
That's not going to be good.
Or wait, hold on. Yeah. Perception check. Grigory.
7.
7. You're hearing it echo so much that you're not 100% sure if it's coming from down the steps.
Have you guys been downstairs before?
I've got a couple of perceptions to make. One, we haven't been downstairs yet. 2, it's coming from north and west. West is the steps that go down. North was that well that also went down. So what we're hearing from the north is probably the sound coming up the well. So I say we go down the stairs.
Let's listen. Okay.
We're going down the stairs.
So you make it your own. You make his idea your own idea.
We're going down the stairs.
Going down the stairs. All right, so you lead them down and you go down the stairs. All right, so y'all make y'all's way down these stairs. And Larry, you kind of turn the corner. You see some more stairs that lead into this kind of strange, or just, I mean, it's a strange room because you notice along the walls here are these little alcoves with things inside them, different like artifacts or different, creatures or whatever they might be.
Can I inspect some of them?
You can. Are you wanting to jump past them, or Larry, or all y'all just going to walk into this room?
I see artifacts. I'm probably going to try to push past them.
Okay. So you do push past them and you come in, and I'll put you about right here so you can see all of them. Each alcove has different things, and they're not magical at all, but they are various, non-magical artifacts of like collections of different things. If you want to know what they are, give me a perception check and I'll give you all of them. Actually, since you can see them, 6 is going to be enough. So as you start to inspect them, I'm going to just have everybody come into here in various different places. So starting from this right here and working our way around to where Ulag is. The first one, you see a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws. The next one is a knife carved from human bone. The one next to that is a dagger with a rat's skull set in the hilt. Then you have an 8-inch diameter varnished orb made of a Nothic's eye. So in the next one, you have an aspergillum, I guess, carved from bone. We'll have to look up what that is. Following that, you have a folded cloak made from stitched ghoul skin. Right next to that, you have a wand that has a frog tied to the end of it. A dried, dead frog tied to the end of it. Right next to that, you have a bag that, when on closer look and getting close, it kind of smells. You realize it's bat guano.
Guano.
Yeah. Right next to that's a hag's severed finger. Then you have a 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy, its arms crossed over its chest. Right next to that, you have an iron pendant adorned with a devil's face. So it's like this really creepy goat head, horned thing. Then you have a shrunken and shriveled head of a halfling. And last, right next to you, Nick, is a small wooden coffin containing a dire wolf's withered tongue.
Let's check out the knife.
The one made of human bone, or the dagger with the rat skull in it?
Human bone.
Okay, so you go over to it and you take a look at it, you pull it off. It is just a dagger made of human bone. It will act as like a weapon if you want to keep it as a dagger.
I want to take the claw. I want to make a necklace out of it.
I'm going to take the one with the dry frog on the end of it.
I want to see the pendant with the devil's head on it.
Okay, so you take that in your hand, and as you look at it, the eyes kind of glow. Nothing special happens, but it's just this really cool, like, goat head with glowing eyes, a tongue sticking out of it, and a pentagram behind it that you can wear. And it's just kind of ominous.
I'm going to wear it. It's fucking cool.
I think I want the bag of bat guano.
Please tell me.
Bat guano.
Tell me you're also going to set it on fire on somebody's doorstep. And for all you young kids watching at home, if you don't know the joys of putting poop in a brown bag and setting it on fire in front of somebody's doorstep, you're missing out. So after y'all start taking all of y'all's, you start taking the different things. Daniel's wearing a pendant. Mike took the mummified claw. Ulag took the bat guano, and Will, you took the wand with a dried frog on it.
Cool.
That's tied to it. As you take these, all of a sudden you start hearing this chanting coming from the west. Now you can make out the words, and what it's saying is this constant chanting of "He is the ancient, He is the land."
I'm guessing Larry Embers is going to charge forth.
We're going
Check both hallways.
straight for the sounds.
Should we split up, one in each hallway, and we have our walkie stones?
I don't care where you go. I'm going towards the sounds.
Yeah, but he's saying there's 2 hallways, so you're going to go towards the sound either way. So do you want to split up with your walkie-talkies?
I feel like
Really?
I'm going to the left. Y'all make your own decisions.
I'm going to follow the fire genasi.
I'll
Your
send
left or my left?
Yeah, Daniel. So here
Yeah.
or here? So
it's
here.
like, yeah. Stage left.
Okay. All right. So you make your way down. The chanting gets loud, and you step into this hallway, and you start realizing it's got about 2 feet of water. That this murky, bloody water that you're stepping into, and in front of you is this huge archway with this iron gate. As you approach that iron gate, the chanting gets really loud. And you said, Ulag, you're following him?
Let's go, boys.
Yep.
I'll follow.
I'm
Okay.
following.
And you're going to bring up the rear again?
Always.
Always. All right. So, Larry Embers, you get to this, and this iron gate that's down, you realize that it can be moved, but it's not easy. Go ahead and give me a strength check, please.
Cast Mage Hand and use it to help him.
Okay. So
7.
I'm going to give you advantage with the mage hand.
Oh, good. 7.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and use it to help him.
You get one more roll, Daniel.
13.
13. I'll give you a +2 on the mage hand. You reach down and you grab this gate, and as you start to pull it, it comes out of the ground a little bit, but it becomes a little bit too much, and you have to drop it. It's way too heavy for you.
Okay, I need y'all to come help me.
All right, I'll go help.
And when we get
Okay.
it up to a certain point, if we feel like it's too heavy, I'll stop. I'll put my javelin down to hold it up.
Okay, so I'm going to give you advantage with the mage hand. I'm going to give you a +2 with the mage hand, or with the mage hands, and then we're going to roll. Both you and Ulag are going to roll with the advantage, and we'll take the highest number.
21.
17, 19.
Larry Embers, and you start to pull it up, and the mage hands kind of help you get up a little bit further, and then Ulag just kind of reaches over you, and he just puts his hand across one of the bars and just easily just moves it up and kind of holds it open and tells y'all, go ahead, y'all need to get in, because he starts to kind of, struggle holding it open.
But I really don't. I'm playing
Come
it for-
on, y'all. Come on.
Okay. So all of y'all make it into this room, and Ulag, you do like the Indiana Jones. You kind of throw it up and then roll in, and as you do, your top hat falls off, and as it closes, you reach out and grab it and pull it right before the spike gets your hand. So as you stand in this room and the gate slams behind you, you see this room is filled with water, and in the center is a dais. It's like a platform. And in the center of that platform, and in the center of this platform right here is this altar that above it are these hanging shackles, like that have flesh dripping off them with these large hooks. The altar is also covered in blood, and it's kind of running down the altar and down the dais. All around you on the top, so these stairs lead to a catwalk that's all around you, and all of a sudden these ghostly figures appear. They are dressed in cloaks, and they are constantly chanting, "He is the ancient, he is the land."
I would like to go inspect the ghostly figures.
So you make your way up here. Oop, knocking down everybody.
I'm drowning.
I'm trying, Jesus. Also, Grigory, as you walk past on the wall, you notice right here, there is a mechanism that looks like if you turned it, it would lift that gate.
Okay.
Right. But you walk up the steps and you come to your first ghostly figure, which is right where you're at. You try to touch it, and your hand goes through it. They don't seem to be harmful at all.
Do they acknowledge me in any way?
They do not. They just continuously chant.
I'm going to stand between two of them and chant with them.
Okay. So I'm going to move you to this, and you just start standing up there with your little sting face. he is the ancient, he is the land, he is the ancient, he is the land. And you guys hear that, and as y'all kind of more inspect, you notice that there is a wall that has been ripped open, and there seems to be like nothing but like trash, debris, shit, vomit, bile, just all kind of in this area.
All right. I'm going towards the door, and I'm going, I am the ancient, I am the land.
So you start walking and you crawl up on the dais, and as you get over there, what you notice on this altar is there is a sacrificial knife, and there's an eyeball that like kind of watches you as you walk past it.
The Eye of Sauron.
I'm still just chanting.
Is there anything else of note on this?
No, it just seems like it's a sacrificial altar.
Okay, I'd like to walk up. I want to walk up to the altar and pound it 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
And as you do, each hit on it just splats blood in your face. As you hit it, because it's just covered, nothing happens. The chanting begins to get a little bit louder as you do touch the altar, though.
Hey guys, come touch this altar.
I will come to the base of the altar. I'm not going to go touch the altar.
No, come touch the altar right now.
I'm gonna make my way around on the catwalk, closer to the pile of garbage.
So you're gonna end up right here. Do you want to go down the steps, or do you want to stay up on the catwalk?
I want to send Nikolai down the steps.
Okay. So you send Nikolai down the steps and looks in, and what you notice in this, from his eyes, you notice that it's breathing. Like it seems to, it expands and then contracts.
I want to
Touch it.
Can you go up to whatever is breathing?
If you want to do that, that's what you want to do.
That is what I want to do.
Before I do that, does anybody else want to do anything?
I'm just upset that we just came into ownership of this property and it's already got a leaky basement.
You gotta have it inspected before you buy, man.
Right.
Make sure it's up to code.
No, you got to remember, they forged the will that they have to take to the town council so they own the house.
I'm just saying.
Maybe this place is too much trouble that it's worth.
So as you walk up and you get by Nikolai, you inspect it. You notice the breathing gets a little bit heavier. The chanting starts to get a little bit louder. The altar, Daniel, that's right by you, starts to vibrate.
Like the whole altar?
Yeah, the whole altar. Not the dais that it's sitting on, but the whole altar. Just this part starts to like vibrate, and the chains above it start to swing.
I'm glad I'm not on the altar.
I'm gonna go about 3 blocks to my left, so I'm out of the water, and I'm on
Right here?
up one on the catwalk.
Okay, so you're gonna go about right here.
Yeah, just
Okay. You're just between 2 spirits that are chanting constantly.
I want to back up out of the water. I just want Nico to go down there.
Okay, so you're gonna come back up there.
Yeah. Touch it.
Touch it.
Yep.
What, Nikolai's gonna touch it?
Yep.
All right, so he sends a snake in, and it starts to rummage around, and everybody starts hearing this like beastie type sound, and this pile of garbage and shit and just bile comes to life and moves in. You hear this giant roar. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh dear.
rolling tonight.
You're rolling tonight?
Keep it up, Lazarus. I'm not.
Okay. So Ulag,
15.
Larry,
5.
Lazarus,
21.
Gregory.
3.
Okay. He's rolling worse than you, Daniel.
Hey, DM, are we still inspired?
Yes, you are. So, Lazarus, as you stand up, you see this giant mass of just bile, blood, piss, guts, everything kind of form and come to life, and it moves forward. It bypasses your familiar because it realizes it's no kind of threat. You are about 35, 40 feet away from it, Lazarus.
Can we revisit what the what's on the altar?
Yes. There is a ton of blood. There's an eyeball that's watching, just like the doll head that y'all saw. That seems like it might be the eye of that doll. Just from what y'all have known, it's not a real eyeball, it's porcelain. There is a ceremonial dagger for a type of sacrifice, and it's covered in blood.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand, pick up the dagger, and stab the eye.
So you cast Mage Hand, and your Mage Hand picks up this dagger, and it stabs the eye. There's this loud screech. The building kinds of shake. Stone falls from the ceiling, hitting the water that everybody's around, kind of splashing up, all this kind of stuff. And blood spills out from it. You also see the shambling mound of this just bile and shit kind of shriek as well. As it happens, the chanting from all the people around start to get a lot louder.
I'll throw the dagger at the big mound of bad stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and give me, go ahead and roll.
So +2 would be 17, and then plus my dexterity modifier would be 19.
All right, so that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage, and that would be 1d6.
1. My rolling has taken a turn.
So you stab this eyeball. You stab this eyeball, and all this stuff starts to happen around you. And you throw the dagger at it, and it hits it, and you watch it just kind of, it cuts into it, but then it absorbs the dagger into itself. It screams it is its turn. It moves straight towards Larry Embers. It goes to grab you and slam you into the ground, Larry Embers. That would definitely be a 24, so that is a definite hit.
It's gonna hit. Fuck.
And as it grips you, it pulls you up and slams you into the ground, and you take 12 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
And it slams you hard into the ground, and it takes a hold of you, and you start to feel it start to try and absorb you just like it did the dagger. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh dear. 12.
It grabs you with just, what seems like intestines, which would be like its tentacles, but it's more like these intestines just wrap around you, kind of start to strangle you and pull you in. And as it does, you take another 2 points of damage, and it starts to engulf you. You are now grappled with this creature. It is now.
It looks like it looks like the end of Superman 3, but gross.
I'd like for you to notice that I'm flailing very violently and angrily.
All right, Ulag, it is your turn.
I will go and try to chop the eye.
The eye's gone.
It's gone? I thought it was just stabbed.
No, he stabbed it, and it dissipated into blood and white bile and just.
Well, that was the only thing on the altar, right?
Yes, and a dagger that Larry that Lazarus threw with his mage hand.
So, all right, I will run up and actually back up, and I will cast. Yeah, I will cast Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt. Okay. Is that a roll for me or you?
No, it's me. It's 13 to hit.
You cast this Chaos Bolt, and you get as you step back off of the dais into the water, You feel like something kind of goes around your leg, which kind of causes you to cast it into a different direction, and it hits the wall up here. It is, unless you've got something else to do, it is now Larry's turn, who needs to give me a strength check to fight the grapple.
All right. 9.
A 9. That actually beat my nat 1. So as it starts to pull you in, you are able to fight it off and kind of pull back. What do you want to do, sir? I'm going to give you a bonus action.
A bonus action?
Yes.
Rage.
Okay. So you take a step back. Do you want to stay within it? Because if you move away, it's going to get an opportunity attack.
I'll stay within it. I just
Okay.
if it's a bonus action, I'll just rage now.
Okay. So you are now raging. Grigory, it is your turn.
I am going to run back along the catwalk and try to get as close to parallel with the altar as I can, and I will cast another Scorching Ray
Okay.
at this big piece of shit. All 3 of them at it. So the first one is a natural 20.
Okay.
Second one is an unnatural 20.
Okay.
And the third one is a 14.
All right. The first 2 hit. The third one does not.
So for damage on the first one, it's going to be with the dice doubled, it'll be 14.
Okay.
And
what type of damage is that?
Fire.
Okay.
And the second one is 7.
You cast Scorching Ray as you run along the plank or run along the catwalk, and it hits it, and you notice it kind of absorbs the fire. It kind of sets itself a little bit on fire, but then it just kind of quickly goes out. All your damage is reduced. It goes down to 11 damage total. All right. It is now Lazarus's turn.
So, is there anything else with this altar?
It is a It is a sacrificial altar that people are sacrificed on to whatever god or whatever being there is.
All right. I am going to. All my spells are fire.
Okay. So, I guess one more thing I can say to this is, as you are trying, as this shambling mound of just shit and bile is attacking your friend and tried to absorb him, again, you have an altar. You also hear these spirits around you. They are yelling, he is the ancient, he is the land. And then they add one more line to it as one must die. One must die. And they say that like 4 times and then go back to he is the ancient, he is the land, and then repeat, one must die.
Okay. What is Mike's snake's name? Nikolai. Can I to go over to the to the altar?
Can what?
Can I ask Nikolai to slither over to the sacrificial altar?
You can on my turn.
All right, I'm going to.
I'm sorry, real quick. Technically, I could have rolled initiative for Nikolai.
You could request Nikolai get there and then hold your action for when Nikolai arrives, right?
Yep.
Well, then I'm going to hold my action until Nikolai gets onto the altar.
All right.
Where is Lazarus in the map? Is he still way in the corner?
No, Lazarus is right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not too. You can look up and see him.
So he's not even on the altar.
No, he's looking down at it. Him and Grigory got along the catwalk. So that's it for you, Lazarus, right now? You're going to hold your action?
How high up is the catwalk?
It is about 15 feet.
I'm going to cast Find Familiar.
That's going to take an hour. You're going to be sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a decent idea. Okay, I'm going to go back to what I was doing.
Okay. All right. Now the shambling mound goes right after Larry Embers again. It grabs you and tries to slam you down. That would be an 18.
Hits.
So it attaches to you again with these like entrails, grabbing you and pulling you up there and slamming you back down into the ground. And you take 8 bludgeoning damage. And go ahead and give me a Constitution check, please.
For fuck's sake. I'm fucking dying here. Constitution saving throw? Good Christ. 21.
21. So as it tries to bring you in and assimilate you into its body, you're able to fight it off. It still has a hold of you, but it's not trying to take you into itself. It is now Ulag's turn.
Okay, can I to the altar and grab Larry Embers and pull him away from the monster?
Yes, you can try that. Go ahead and give me a strength check, please.
20.
I got a 23. As you go to grab and you try to pull him off, you start to get pulled in, and you notice that these the intestines start to sprout out and grab your hands and start to pull you in. Give me a Constitution check, please.
It is whack.
11. All right, that's good.
I'm going to use my inspiration. So it'll be now 17.
17. So they start to, like, these intestines start to go into your hands, but you're able to pull away and fight him off, and you're still trying to pull Larry. You have him by the collar as it's still trying to drag both of y'all in. It is now Larry's turn. Give me a strength check, Larry.
I'll be raising, so I got advantage. 18.
18. I got a 17. Look at that. So you are able to fight it off, kind of get back, pull. You kind of knock Ulag back down. You still are right in front of it. Go ahead and is there anything else you want to do?
So something must die. What's gonna die? Because right now it's gonna be me.
Okay, Nicolaj.
3 hit points.
But you may want to just sit on the altar just in case.
If I would have grappled you away, I would have thrown you on the altar and killed you.
Thank you, Ulag. Jesus Christ. I guess I have to attack. Like, what else is what? We have to kill something.
Go ahead.
I hit with the great axe.
All right, roll.
11.
As you pull away, you try and swing to cut, but it's able to retract these intestines into itself. And then as you swing, it pushes them back out towards you. It is now Grigory's turn.
How many hit points do you have, Larry?
3.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my dagger and yell, "One must die!" and run up onto the altar and jump into the air and try to stab Larry in the heart. That is an 8.
So you jump off the catwalk, run through this murky water, jump up on the altar, you grab Larry, and as you go to slam your knife into him, he's actually able to catch it between his hands and hold it. And it just looks at you. I actually would love both of y'all to give me strength checks.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
No. Give me a strength check.
17.
A 1. So as he catches the knife, y'all start to fight over it. He is able to overpower you and push you down on the altar, grabbing the knife, pushing it down into you, trying to get it as you're fighting away. It is now Lazarus's turn.
I am going to cast Flaming Sphere on Gregory.
Jesus.
One must die. One must die.
He said one must die.
No.
L is not for loser, it's for Lazarus.
So Larry Embers has now flipped the knife and he's trying to drive it into this person you just met, Grigory, who, however you say his name. Say it again.
Grigori.
It might be the last time you say it. That's fine. And he's driving it down, and you cast.
Flaming Sphere. He's got to do a dexterity saving throw.
Mike, go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw.
Am I prone?
No, you're laying on it with your feet are still touching the ground, so you're still able to fight.
Or
That actually saves. No. That's a hit.
All right, roll for damage, sir.
That's an 8 burning fire damage.
8.
ow.
You take
Fuck.
8 damage. All right. Lazarus, anything else you want to do?
I will go ahead and cast my bonus action, which is Shadow Blade.
The shambling mound of shit actually turns its attention towards you, Nick, and Larry, you get an opportunity attack. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. You do not get one. You are more focused on trying to jam this knife into your new compatriot. As it kind of shambles past you, you feel it like lick the side of your face with its intestines, and just blood starts to drip from it as you just feverishly push down. Nick, I know what your armor class is, and it's not right. That would be a 12 on the first one.
That's missed.
And on the second one, it would be a 22, which I know hits. And as it picks you up and grabs you, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and it picks you up and just slams you onto the ground, and you go through this water and you're almost drowning in a way. Go ahead and give me a Constitution check, please.
10.
A 10. So as it grabs you and slams you into the ground, it picks you back up, and you feel these intestines kind of start to go into the back of your body, just kind of envelop you. You take 12 points more damage, necrotic damage, as it starts to pull you into itself and engulf you.
Starting to feel like Larry Embers over here.
Ulag, it is your turn now. Give me a strength check.
There's a 21.
22. So it just constantly starts to keep pulling you in. That will be your turn, sir.
Oh, I want to use. I want to see. I was going to try to use my lucky. What's it called?
Oh,
Tides of Chaos. But it did not. It gives me advantage on an ability check, but that did not work out.
all right, Larry Embers, it is your turn.
Oh, is it my turn?
And you are trying to still stab this knife into Grigory.
Grigory.
Well, let's keep that the fuck up.
Okay, so why don't both of y'all give me strength checks, please?
This is gonna go poorly.
18.
16.
So as you fight Grigori, this knife just starts to pierce through your cloth into your body. Daniel, go ahead and roll me a damage, and it'll be a D6. 1. So you just continuously push it in, and it's like this slow burn for him. There's no Grigori is like, oh god, no, and it just.
Is it like that scene in Saving Private Ryan?
Yes, where it's just that slow push into him. Yeah, that's what you're doing right now.
More like the scene in Austin Powers.
Wait, which one?
Driving the steamroller.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Away.
Okay, that works. That works. Grigori, it is your turn.
Okay.
I want you to give me a strength check. So both of y'all give me strength checks to see if you can push it out.
5.
Daniel, or I'm sorry, Larry.
8.
8. So he just continuously pushes it in. Do you have any bonus actions or anything that you can do, sir?
I mean, I should still be able to cast a spell.
Yes, go ahead and cast your spell.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt on him.
Okay. And
15 to hit.
16.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
So you take the time to just grab the dagger, and your hand is bleeding as you're holding it to try and cast this witch bolt. And as you do, you feel it push into your chest, which causes you to kind of shoot it off to the side and miss him completely.
As I'm presumably coughing up blood on him, I just look him right in the eyes and say, "Death will not hold me." And that's my turn.
All right, Lazarus, your turn, sir.
All right, so I'm going to mosey on to the sacrificial altar.
You're
And
gonna come here?
yep,
Okay.
I'm going to strike Grigori
Grigori.
with the Shadow Blade.
This really turned evil, you guys.
Ah, fuck. It's a 10, but I do have inspiration. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration.
Okay, and you're gonna get a D8.
D8. Another 5.
So 15.
With mage armor, my armor class is 15. So that's a hit.
So that hits. And go ahead and roll for damage.
That is 11 psychic damage.
Oof.
Jesus.
I'm not dead yet.
It's just a flesh wound.
I'm getting better.
What will you do? Bleed on me?
Y'all are some evil motherfuckers. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Hey,
I thought we were friends.
don't.
What gave you that idea?
Hey, you're either in it for the long haul or you're a guest.
It requires a sacrifice. It makes sense to sacrifice the weak. Larry is the weak.
Literally, you're weaker than Larry.
My logic is airtight. Larry was the clear sacrifice.
Sorry, I had to get that back up.
Not anymore.
Y'all are just some evil fuckers who just kill whoever you notice.
You should have gotten your snake over to the altar.
All right, so that was.
My snake was more stable than Larry when this thing started.
Yeah, but your snake ain't doing shit.
All right, so
I'm filing a complaint after this game.
This is exactly why you don't have friends.
I don't need friends. I'm fucking badass. When you're badass, you don't need fucking friends.
Well, it's a very lonely life.
Maybe for somebody like you.
Hey,
I cast message to Larry Embers. I'm like, I'm your friend.
it's easy for me to make friends. I make friends all the time.
Why cast message? Use your damn walkie-talkie.
You're my friend.
Over. Out.
I mean, it is now the shambling, disgusting thing's turn. It grabs Nick again. Oh, thank you. A 23.
Is that a straight?
hit.
I got a challenge, or is that 2 hit?
No, that's the hit, bro.
Oh, then that hits it. If it does more than 4 damage, I'm dead.
Oh, really? I love it. I love the fact that you might die. And as it grabs you again, let's see what it rolls there, buddy. It picks you up and starts to slam you down. That is 6 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You
Well,
know,
dead. I've got what is it? Restless endurance. So if I ever reduces 0 HP but not killed, I can drop to 1 instead, once per long rest.
so you're at 1 hit point.
So somebody's gonna have to get sacrificed.
So Ulag, it is your turn, sir. It has a
Uh,
hold of you, but since you have gone limp in its arms, it has let you go. It is now more turning itself towards the altar. It is your turn, sir. There is no strength check. It is your attack.
I want to cast command.
Okay.
This is a wisdom saving thrower. It has to follow my command on its next turn.
Oh, dude, nat 20.
Then it ignores me.
Yeah. It just kind of your little dead body. It just kind of brushes you off and turns its attention towards the altar. It is now Larry's turn. You are still in a struggle with Grigory with your knife. Both of y'all give me strength checks, please. I love it, Mike.
Mine also had a 2.
So you just continue to push this blade slowly into this poor man's chest that you just met. Go ahead and roll a d6 for damage, sir.
See here. 6.
So you just drive it into his chest, and as you do, you kind of cut up towards his esophagus, splitting him open, just like he was talking about his gnomish friend that you haven't found yet. The twinkle starts to go away from his eyes. Mike, I would love you to give me a soliloquy as you die.
I just very simply say, death cannot hold me. I will be back for you.
And you, as he says it, you just keep plunging and cutting until you just cut into him, and you split his skull open, and his blood and brains pour out onto this altar, causing the whole room to start to shake. You also notice the shambling mound just like screeches and then falls into the water, into just various body parts. Overhead, you've got rocks falling. So you might want to make it out of this place.
Let's go.
We want to search for treasure.
You've got the whole house is about to fall in on you.
Can we grab the body of a Grigory?
Yes,
fuck
you
him.
can.
He
Fuck
says, from beyond the grave.
He said what?
Grigory.
Grigory.
Yeah. He was just about to, like, his like half of a mouth over here went.
Gregory.
Y'all watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Whenever Boyle talks about his son Nikolaj.
Nikolaj.
Yes.
Nikolaj. Nikolaj.
All right, so I guess, Ulag, are you gonna pick him up?
I'm gonna pick him up.
Okay.
What is it Snake coming with us?
No, the snake vanishes when I die.
Okay.
We're going to stop tonight for this. So I appreciate Mike Mustafa showing up tonight,
My pleasure.
having some fun. Ashley
Thanks.
just gave you a big whoop whoop.
Thank you, Gregory.
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 We are done for the night. I appreciate y'all taking the time. So everybody, like, subscribe, do whatever the fuck it is you do on
Like,
YouTube. We
share,
don't give a shit.
subscribe, get involved.
Yes, we appreciate everybody. Again, thank you to Mike. Thank you to Nick, Will, and Daniel. We'll see you in 2 weeks. So I appreciate it. Everybody have a great night.
Peace.